up? I'm Mike, sitting here with Dustin from Reflection of Flesh, doing a little quick interview between bands here.
Fucking A right, or the Jack will just rip shit up.
Yeah, that was awesome. So we're sitting here in the basement of the Frequency. So you guys got your album coming out in May, right?
Yeah, May 11th is when the album drops for Reflection of Flesh.
All right. So they got nine songs on there?
9 songs. It's going to be entitled City of Filth. So, yeah, it's pretty much ready to rock and roll. We got all the, we're getting all the licensing done, all the BMI, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Then that way, next couple weeks, we can get that thing pressed and get it all ready to rock and roll for May.
Where's the CD show, the release show at?
The CD release show is going to be over at Sabbatic in Milwaukee.
Okay, Sabbatic, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that'll be good. According to when I was asking on the Facebook, like what kind of questions they want me to ask bands, stuff like that.
Sure.
One of the common ones is about history.
Right on.
Like, like what got you going in music? Like, what made you want to be a musician in the first place?
Oh, shit, man. Marco! I think it was probably the first time I saw Pantera do Domination live, man. I mean, it was so fucking killer to me. And I was at the time when I first saw that, I was just getting into metal. I was really kind of finding my wings. I was, coming out of the Jehovah's Witness religion, just kind of figuring shit out a little bit for myself. And yeah, man, for me, Pantera got me to want to fucking play. Then, from there I found Megadeth, and Slayer, and Lamb of God, and, all these other bands that I'm influenced by. But yeah, I think Pantera was the bad boy that got me wanting to rock and roll. That last chugging riff and Domination, man.
So, what's their first album you got then, or whatever? First metal album you ever owned?
Oh shit! The first metal album I ever owned. Actually, I bought 9 Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine and hid it from my parents because they were Jehovah's Witnesses. So I'm like a little fucking, I don't know, gotta be like 12, and I heard Terrible Lie, and I was like, fuck it, man, I wanna grab this tape. So I ended up, taking money here and there. My parents would give you run to the grocery store with shit. Dude, yeah, I ended up getting that, and I ended up getting Beastie Boys' License to Ill, Skid Row, when Slave to the Grind came out, I was all over that shit right away. Yep. So, a lot of 80s hair metal, I think, to start with, and then as I got older, then that was when I started to find, Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer and Exodus and all that good shit,
Yeah. So Reflection of Flesh has been around for over a year and a half now?
Not even.
Not even?
Shit, man. We played our first show last October.
Okay.
So that was our first show. We ran through a couple lineups, just getting everything right. But the current lineup we're running right now, shit, man, we've only been together for 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Is this an interview? I'm crashing an interview. Ah!
Fuck out of here, asshole.
So you've been together less than a year. You got 9 songs on your album.
Absolutely.
What kind of songwriting process do you guys go going on then?
Usually what it's been is either Nick or Garrett come in with a riff.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is such a versatile drummer. He just, as soon as those guys present something to him, he just throws the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's pretty awesome. And then generally speaking, I have stuff written out.
Okay.
I kind of have my own timing and everything written, in my own head. So when I'm writing lyrics, I kind of have my stylistic viewpoints in mind already for what I kind of want to do, and then it's just kind of a matter of writing what's on my mind, tailoring it into the music that works for it. It's got a lot of shit laying around.
Right. I remember reading a thread on Facebook once. People were talking about writer's block. Like how do you handle it? Do you ever get writer's block, and how do you handle it?
Writer's block is crazy. Sometimes you get it, but usually what I try to do is, I've always found that writing goes in ebbs and flows. It's kind of like ocean tides almost.
Yeah.
They come in, they come out. So when you get that wave of inspiration, that's why it's so important to me that I have, my phone with, the voice to, write right away, so that I'm sitting there, I got something in my head, bam, I just, I write it down, or I spell it out for myself so that I can come back to it later, and, inspiration comes in all different times. I mean, you can be sitting there watching TV, or you can just be sitting there at somebody else's show. That happens to me all the time. I'm listening to what my friends are doing, and something they say, or something they're thinking, random conversation, it's like, just, I think being around inspired people that are doing things in the scene, going out to shows a lot, I think that really helps me cure writer's block, for the most part.
So now I'm going to hit up a few of the questions on Facebook today that I just gathered. When I asked people if they could ask somebody, like a band of questions, like what would they ask? So of course we got some serious, some non-serious. So I picked a random one out of my pocket here.
Let's roll the dice.
So we'll see what it is. This one is, well, kind of touches what you talked about before. What song and band and artist inspired you the most, and why? So you kind of touched on like Pantera a lot.
I think if there's a song, artist, I think if I had ever had to go back to the most inspirational song for me, like something that changed my writing direction. So I went from the Pantera-y type of deal, and from there I found Lamb of God was the band I found. Was going through some shit in my life, everything was going to hell, and Wrath came out, and for me the song Broken Hands, Broken Hands all day long. It was one of those songs where I heard what he had to say, and shit gets hard, man, but you just gotta push like a motherfucker through that, and I think the message, you bled up all you had to lose, I got it, so, fuck, man, I think that song was big. A lot of the early Mudvayne albums, like LD50 was huge for me. But anything, and then dating further back to that, oh god, Ride the Lightning was just a huge album for me. Euthanasia, all these different things that you hear over the course of the years. A lot of iconic shit.
Yeah. All right, let's see what this one is.
Oh god.
Being a great Wisconsin vocalist, how do you deal with getting laid so much?
It's hard, man. Let me tell you, I am sore from the waist down, fucking every day. What can I say, man? You just gotta keep the rhino cock going at all times.
Maybe got like a doppelganger to take over when you get,
there's like the little midget mini me, I send
there you go.
him in every once in a while, a little tripod.
All right, this is probably my favorite question that somebody posted.
Fuck yeah! All right, let's do this shit.
When you first started out, did you ever think to yourself, one day we'll be so big that Adrenaline Mike will come knocking?
I did. Let me tell you. I mean, I was just like.
I didn't write this, by the way.
When you came, the first time Adrenaline Mike came knocking, I mean, I was like, Jesus Christ! I have finally fucking made it. It was beyond honor and privilege, man. Let me tell you. I mean, there was a few tears shed.
And it all started out with string cheese.
Oh, dude, it's the most motherfucking essential snack. String cheese, man. If I could get sponsored by like a mic company and like a string cheese factory,
there you go.
I would be fucking complete.
All right. I think that'll conclude the interview. So
shit, yeah. Thanks you guys very much. Reflection of Flesh.
Check them out. What's the date again on your release?
May 11th,
May 11th in Milwaukee at the Smatic.
City of Filth. That's the title of the CD,
all
man.
Right. The next day, May 12th, we're going to have the Metalhead meetup at the Market of the Macabre. So come check that out as well.
Damn straight. And I'm going to be hungover as shit, so you better be there.
All right, let's go see Dustin hungover. There's his fiance.